said, strong people don't need strong leaders. And so these people came together, shared principles and values, and they created a blueprint, and they followed it. They followed it. And so that shows the hive mentality. And then when people would come to what we call the promised land here, just Oklahoma, but Greenwood, they would come and say, what kind of business do you want to do? We can help you get a home. We can help you get a business. And that's what they did. That was the hive mentality.
To keep the story not told. And I think not telling the story, whether it would be the victims, the black people who fled Greenwood, the amount of bodies, I think there was both sides, whether it was white individuals and or black people, that story didn't get told. I went to Booker T. Washington High School and Carver Middle School, and I am a Tulsan through and through, and I did not hear about the Greenwood Massacre or Black Wall Street or any of it. I didn't hear about anything until I was an adult working at the Tulsa Regional Chamber. And I decided to read the minutes from 1921 because the organization was over 100 and something years old. And I just took it upon myself as an employee to look and investigate and read. And when I read, oh my God, the chairman of the chamber at the time was the chairman of the KKK. Oh, the decisions they made on June 2nd about the rebuilding has to be with steel versus wood. All decisions made in the corporate boardroom of a chamber of an organization that I was leading DEI for in Tulsa, leading up to the massacre. So the fact that story was able to not be told and that people are still questioning it hurt what I think is the validity of it. It feels like it's not real to some people.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, because surely no one could have been bombed. Surely this couldn't have occurred in the U.S. soil. And so that, I think, was the most damaging piece of what happened in Greenwood.
And on the one hand, you can say that's mind-boggling. On the other hand, you have to say, how in the world did we get here, and what are we going to do to turn that, to erase it, to rectify that? And that involves everybody who believes in freedom, right? We're going back to elevator, right? Right? We who believe in freedom cannot rest, right? So that involves everybody of all ethnicities, genders, sexual orientations who believes in rightness, in justice, in the truth. I'm also a journalist, and so for this White House to remove the Associated Press, which feeds language and stories to most of the country who can't afford White House, press corps, and then picks and chooses who is in the White House press corps, and then picks and chooses when it has press conferences and about what, also means that our access to truth in terms of what's happening in this country is also completely askew, and that's being polite.
Let me get you